All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the Webmaster Academy. I'm Michael Wood, and I am the owner of Captivatim Multimedia and Web Design. Today, I'm going to be talking about the professional cleaning services or window cleaning template from Wix.com. The official title is window cleaning, but this template really applies to anyone who has any kind of cleaning services, even carpet cleaning, or really, let's take it a step further, any professional service would be great for this template. It really features some good Wix booking interactions, and it also has some very interesting but subtle animations. So if you want to check out this template, stay tuned, everybody. Let's get started. Hello, once again, I'm Michael Wood. I'm with Captivatim Multimedia and Web Design. Let's go into the Wix template called Window Cleaning, or this is good for any cleaning service. The first thing I will do is we will go through the website, kind of a guided tour. Let's see its functionality, and then we are going to go under the hood and check out how to customize the website for your own business or service. Remember, that is the whole point of a template, right? To make it your own, just get some great ideas. So let's get into the website. So I'm actually going to refresh the page, and you can see just a wonderful intro here. So what you have is a full screen, edge-to-edge video of someone cleaning the window. So this would be great for you, cleaning whatever it is you clean, and you can see them cleaning it right there on the home page. I think that's a great idea. It's a great way to show your professional service right up front and center, and that's really getting something clean. Because at the end of the day, that's really what people want to hire you for, is to clean something, right? And you're the professional, so show your stuff right there on the home page. You also notice that it has two colors here, the blue and then the transparent. We'll go under the hood later and I'll show you how you can customize that. It's got a little button right here on the middle, and that tells people that they can scroll down. It also has a Book Now button over here on the left, and that's anchored in. And as I highlight, you see the button changes colors. That's an anchor, and as we move through the website, they'll always be able to click on the Book Now button. Up at the top left would be your logo or company name, and then a very simple navigation menu on the top with a phone number right there in the top right. Let's go ahead and do a scroll down. Now, when I go to scroll, I want you to notice the subtle animations that take place. All right, see, so it's got the About Us. Hopefully you saw that square just kind of fade in from the left. And really, it's subtle, but it draws attention. And the better you can guide your user through your website, then the more likely they'll take action. And in this case, the action would be to read more about your company. I scroll down and you see the What We Do title scrolls right across to the left. There's also 4 major services. So think about all the services you provide and come up with the top 4 things. Even if you do 20 or 30 different services, come up with the top 4 or categorize everything into 4 categories. In this case, they have categories called residential, commercial, power washing, and solar panel cleaning. All they need to do is book now if they're interested. And there's that action button. So you will see that the Book Now button is in multiple places on the website. It's got a testimonial section, and you can see the animations there. I can click on this right arrow and I could scroll through the different testimonials. It has what's called a parallax scrolling, as you see the office here, or meeting place being revealed. And it says request a free estimate. And you can go ahead and let them know maybe it's a special that you're having. And right here they can take action. Your social media icons are right below that. And on the footer, they have the phone number, operating hours, your address or business address, and then a little motto, spotless window cleaners, and then a caption down at the very bottom of the footer. So that is the home page. Let's go ahead and jump to some of these other pages. If you click on About, you see the same animations we saw on the home page, and you could put a couple of authentic pictures. A picture of yourself would be great, but not just a picture of yourself, walking the dog in the park, but a picture of yourself doing the work. Show that you are that worker, cutting something, cleaning something. Here's a couple of more images. You can mix it up with stock images, but the more authentic, the better. In fact, this would be a good place to put a photo gallery of other jobs that you've done, of course, with your client's permission, but it would be great to post some of even the before and after pictures you might have. If you want to learn more about installing a photo gallery, check out my full tutorial on inserting photo galleries in my 201 class at the Webmaster Academy.online. All right, let's check out the services. So this, let me see if I scroll. Yeah, that jumped to the home page. So when I do click on services, it just goes to that anchor point, and I'll tell them to book now. And then the contact button. What's the difference between book now and contact? Well, book now, they'll make an appointment and they'll see the pricing for your services. Contact you would be, or contact us would be if they have questions. That's when they mostly would be using that box right there. And you can offer them a free quote if they contact you. Book online. Now this is where it gets interesting. This is more than just one simple button. There's a lot of programming going on behind the scenes. And this is a great way to get your website to work for you while you're busy spending time with those you love, running your business, and cleaning and doing your services. Let your website be that special assistant for you. So right here in Book Online, you can set up automatic booking. You don't even need a secretary for this part. So here's your services: commercial, solar panel cleaning, power washing, residential. Remember those 4 categories? And if they say book it, or they want to learn more, they just hover their mouse and you could describe your service. And if they still want to know more about that service, they click on learn more, and this takes them to a little module where you can put photos and a description of the service and the price. You see the price is right there, 2 hours at $200. That's just a demonstration price. You need a price according to your market, of course. See all services. So it's very simple interaction. They click on book it, and here comes the calendar. They could switch to their local time. So the website will actually pull their IP address and will actually help them know what their local time is. And you'll have the appointments in your time, and they'll have the appointments in their time. Now, if you are providing a cleaning service, most likely your customers will be in your same time zone. Here is the calendar, and they would just click on a date. Now, you notice some of these dates are grayed out because in the back end, and I'll show you in the next part of this video, when we go to work with Wix bookings, you can change and modify the times and dates that you are available. And if someone does book an appointment, it will automatically block that part out for you. That's that automatic secretary that Wix bookings will be for you. So here's the service listed right here on the right, and they'll pick the date. and then they can pick the time. In this case, they're not available in the evening. They'll pick a time. And what's nice is if when I click next, they'll go ahead and put in their information. But what's nice is there's a whole automated email sequence that'll happen. You'll get notified and they will be notified. And the other thing is you'll now have their name and email. So even if you only did one job, you'll have an email list where you can reach out to them and tell them about different services and promotions that you're offering. So that's another little bonus to having it on your website. The automation is really amazing. They will also be able to cancel their appointment through their email, and that will automatically notify you of that cancellation. So there's a lot of great automated things that happen with Wix bookings. So that's most of the website. Very straightforward. Show them your stuff, have them book an appointment, and then have your prices there for them. Offer a free quote if they contact you. That's the site. What do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments. This was a template developed by Wix. Let them know. Do you have questions or comments? I'm going to pause for just a moment and see if there's any questions at this time. All right. No, everything looks good. Okay, so if you are watching the replay, go ahead and click like, give me a heart, tell me what you think about this. I'd love to know. And I can answer your questions at a later time. I will receive your questions even if you're watching this during the replay. But I just want to know, what do you think? Give me a like, give me a heart. Whatever it is, let me know what you think about this template. All right, let's go ahead and go under the hood, and I will show you ways you can customize this template for your own business or service. By the way, if you are a window cleaning service, how perfect is this template? It's pretty much done for you, right? You just have to go on the back end and deal with the Wix bookings part of it. Let's go to the editor. Of course, it asks us to save our site. That's fine. It's going to save our site. All right. So one of the first things you'll want to do is change your logo. You could just edit the text there. Pretty straightforward. You have the title and the tagline. It's got professional and reliable. So think of the two words you want to use. Now, I would not use the word professional unless you are a licensed professional. Professional does often mean quality work, but you want to be careful. Use professional if you are in fact a licensed professional. That's just my advice, being in the business and helping many other businesses succeed with their websites. That would be my advice to you. If you provide great service, but you're not quite professional, you could use the word quality. All right. So you can simply change the title and the tagline. Now this website is built using strips, which is very smart. It helps you update your site very quickly. It helps your website stay consistent across different screen sizes. If you want to know more, I did a full tutorial on building your website with strips in my 201 class at the Webmaster Academy. So in this strip, I just wanted to check to see if there were columns. So there's no columns here. What this is this is a big square that they made sort of transparent. So if I go into settings, or maybe it's in the design. Okay, here's the design. Let me do 100%. And do you see that blue totally turn into solid blue? Let's go to 0. So there's your video. This is the actual video. Okay, let's go ahead and do a preview. So watch the video, and you see the hand going across the screen. Let's go back to the editor, click on that shape, go to design, and that's where all we did is put in a shape and then give it some opacity. And why do that? I really think it gives a good feeling of cleanliness. Obviously, you'll change the color to meet your branding or whatever it is you clean. All right, it's kind of that before and after effect without really having to do a before and after. Now to change the video, you'll click on the video itself and click on Change Strip Background. At that point, you could then change to a solid color, which wouldn't make much sense, but you could just change it to a solid color right there. Or you can put an image if you don't have any video. You can get some free ones from Wix.com or upload your own professional photo. So let me just find a random one here. This would be good for a plant watering service, right? And that shape really adds a lot of character to the home page, especially helping with that word cleaning, which implies a before and after. And then for video, you're going to upload your own video, or you can go and get some free ones from Wix.com. Chances are your own video would make more sense in terms of cleaning services. But here's a free Wix video. Let's do a preview. And this is somebody walking here in the grass. And you see that blue just kind of slide in. It gives good attention. So we could change that to green. Maybe you're a lawn mowing service. Then green would be a great color for that square. So that's a lot I talked about with the home page. That was probably the more complex part of the design. Let's go ahead and scroll down. The About Us is pretty straightforward. Just change the paragraph there. And then the What We Do, just click on here. Now this is a vector art. So if you want to change this art, you can upload your own. I would just click on Change Basic Shape. You can upload your own vector art, or you can search for free ones on Wix.com. So if, like for example, here's a microphone, click Add to Page. And what's nice is it added it right there on the page without having to resize or realign any of your images. All we did is switch it out. Again, you could put your own vector art there. Now you notice the microphone here is black while the rest of the tools here are blue. So go into Design, and you could just change the different color. So we'll just change this. This vector art has a few components to it. So we would have to change each of the components. Maybe leave that white and change the black to blue. And see, there you go. So I changed each of the individual elements, and now it matches the other icons. If you need to change them all to a different color, then just click Vector Art, Design, and switch out all the colors. In this case, it's a basic shape, so we only have one square to worry about. Here we can turn it to green. Well, let's say red, you could see a little bit better there. And we could put a border, which doesn't make sense here. That didn't look good. And that's how you switch out the colors. The book now is already linked to your booking engine. You see the link icon is green. But if you need to change the link for some reason, you could easily just adjust it. Put a web address and put in the new address. This would be good if you are using a booking engine outside of Wix.com. That's how you would handle that. Alright, then the testimonials, you can easily add the text. Now these are slides, so this is slide 1 of 3. Click on the slide navigation button, and you can change each slide individually. And it will treat each slide differently. So if you put a different background, for example, let's just change the slide background to red, just so you could see the difference. You'll see that when I go to the next slide, it's back to white and blue. So you can actually change the full design slide by slide. And then you have the request a free estimate. Go ahead and put an image on this change strip background. Put an image that's appropriate for your industry. In this case, this was the meeting table. You can't see it because it's got a parallax effect. If I click on Change Strip Background and I go to Settings, you see that this selection box right here called Parallax is checked. Let me show you the difference. Let's go with None. So here's the image. Let's do a preview because you can only see parallax effect when you're doing a live session. So let's go ahead and scroll down. Now I want you to notice the table. See how the image doesn't move at all? Let's go back to the editor. I want to get rid of this red. It's really an eyesore. There we go. Much better. All right, now let's go to change slide background. Or change strip background. Click on settings. Now let's select parallax. Now what'll happen is, let me go up here. Let's preview. You're going to see the image kind of slowly fade in the background. Do you see when I move the slide up and down? Okay, that's parallax scrolling, and it gives a nice three-dimensional effect. On the image itself, you want to have some kind of transparency so you could see the text clearly. So on settings, let's go to the top, and here is the image as it was, full with no opacity. Here it is at 0, and you have this light blue background. And I changed that by doing the color behind the image. We can change that to whatever we want here. Let's do 100%, so that's a real dark green. And then if I go to 100% image opacity, it will take over the background. But the more I slide this, this is what's going to give your photo that colored tint. Now, if you don't want to deal with color, you just want to have black and white, then all you need to do is change the color to white. You can keep that at 100%, and then what will happen is your image will just be kind of faded in the background, and this way your text pops out much better. The footer, again, you could just change the color by clicking on the design button. Last thing I want to do is I want to talk about the Wix booking engine. And so I'm going to click on Book Now so we can kind of see what that's going to look like. Let's go to Book Online. Okay, before I do that, let me just check to see if there's any questions. Nope, so far so good. All right, so here is the Book Online section, and you're going to handle this actually on the back end. So I will click on Manage Services in a moment. Clicking on Settings will allow you to change the look and feel of the booking engine on your site. So it's going to open up the Wix dashboard. And here are all the services. And what's nice about this is you can add a collaborator to your website, and they can do a lot of things on the back end. They can manage all of your pricing and services, even handle all your appointments, and they don't have to touch the actual website. You would simply add those people as collaborators, and I teach you how to do that in a different lesson. So assuming you had access to the Wix dashboard, you would go ahead and edit the categories, delete them, or add a new service. Pretty straightforward right there, right? I would click on this, and what's interesting is I could set it as hidden. So you might have a service that you normally provide, but for some reason you don't want to provide it right now. Maybe your equipment's tied up on another job, or maybe you're just booked with other types of services. So you can hide it, and then you don't have to recreate the service all over again. You would just set as hidden or visible. Click on More Details, and here's where you can type in as much detail as you want about the service. If I click on the actual item, we can change out the photo. It doesn't have to be an icon. We could change it to a photo. And what's nice is any change you make here will show up on your website. So we can change the category. Remember, there were 4 different categories. You can have the same service in multiple categories. You can add a tagline if you want, if you feel like you got some good sales copy you want to throw in there. Here's your description. You have up to 1,500 words, or it looks like it's characters. A place. Yeah, it's characters. So you have 1,500 characters to get in your description. What's interesting is you could add staff members. So if you have a team of cleaners or professionals, you can add their names here, and then people can actually book an appointment with that specific person. Maybe that's really good for repeat customers. Or maybe there's somebody that they really like or trust to clean their windows. Then you can go and add staff members to the booking engine. You would set the appointment duration. So how long is each appointment? Is it 10 minutes, 2 hours? And then how much time do your professionals need in between appointments? Remember, you have cleanup and traveling to consider. So you could set up that space right there. It would be kind of silly for you to be cleaning a window and be done at 7 p.m., but you're supposed to be somewhere else at 7 p.m., right? So you want to allow that buffer zone between appointments. You can also have them pay on your website, or if you don't want to set up payment, which, by the way, you can set up in Wix. Usually it's through PayPal, and they don't have to have a PayPal account. They could just use their credit card, and they'll be able to pay online. But if you don't want to set all that up right now, all you have to do is just say pay in person, and then you can accept payment any way you want when you do see them in person. You could request a deposit, and you can offer the type of service. If it's paid, there'll be a monetary amount on your site. If it's free or prices vary, then there won't be a price. It'll just say to be determined, and they can call you for a quote. All right, and then the service location. You might have them come to you. Maybe you're a car detailing shop. You can put your address, or have them, customer's place, have them type in the address and you go to them, or other. So you might say in the alleyway behind Ralph's. Maybe that's where you do your car detailing. So whatever you want to put there, save service, and you're going to do that for each of your different services. So it's pretty straightforward as far as how to manage your bookings. So give that a chance. This is the cleaning service template from Wix.com. I hope you guys enjoyed this template and you'll find it useful for your business or service. This is where you can make beautiful websites without writing code. And I'm really grateful to Wix.com for doing such a great job on this brand new template. Thank you for joining me. If you haven't already, please like or subscribe to this channel if you want to know and be notified when I do new videos. And if you want to know how to do web design from concept to automation, I will teach you everything you need to know at the Webmaster Academy. Just go to www.webmasteracademy.online and I will personally guide you through a website creation process. And you know what? Just because you stuck around this long, I will review your website once you graduate from the academy. So just go on over to the website. The link is in the comments and in the show notes. I'd love to see you there. In the meantime, thank you for joining me, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Great job with these websites. I look forward to seeing the site that you're going to make. We'll see you next time.